So it's your great-grandmother's recipe that I'm using. That is in her memory that I made that. I've got a good big family, and that's my biggest treasure.
We are baking an apple cake. It's a family. That's what I lost. I created my own family.
Keep stirring?
Yes, keep stirring. War started. I was 13. The first 2 years I was together with my parents.
Sarah Cerrone was separated from her parents in Poland in 1942.
My parents decided that I should go on my own, pretending to be a Polish Christian girl and to go to work in Germany.
With a new ID, Sarah travelled from Poland to the German town of Hamburg, where she worked in a factory alongside other Polish girls, constantly living in fear they would find out she was Jewish.
But by telling one lie, I had to cover it up with so many other lies. First, you are taking half a packet of unsalted butter, 1 cup of sugar.
Sarah would never see her parents or her sister again.
The first couple of months, I got some letters from my father. Then it stopped. In desperation, at Easter in 1943, I sent out 3 postcards to Polish friends.
One of these so-called friends turned her into the Gestapo.
Because I committed such a tremendous crime of being born Jewish. The sour cream. Oh.
At first she convinced the Gestapo to let her go, but it wasn't long before she was recaptured.
They kept me, I can't remember if it was 2 days or maybe 3. I was standing all day long from morning till night. I couldn't take it anymore. So I turned around to the Gestapo man and I said, I am Jewish and you can shoot me. But he said, no, you are too young, you can still work. Plums.
Plums?
Yeah, I suppose you can use a different one too, but I think plums are the best.
After spending a month in a cell, Sarah was taken to the train station where she saw an opportunity to escape her captors.
I saw a train ready to go, so I ran to that train and I went in. I finished up not far from Dresden. I fabricated a new name, new story behind it. People say you must have been very clever and very brave, but that's not the truth. As much as I wanted to die at that time, something inside me was fighting to stay alive.
I consider myself a Holocaust survivor of a different kind. And I always maintain, I don't know who learned from whom. Hitler from Stalin or Stalin from Hitler. What happened between 36 and 38, you could call it a Holocaust. At that time, 600,000 people perished, or even more.
Ruth Hampel's family were communists. She was 10 months old when they relocated from Germany to the Soviet Union.
I never knew that I was Jewish because in Soviet Union there was no such thing.
By the time she was in primary school, Ruth's family was targeted not because they were Jewish, but because they were considered enemies.
The purges, they were absolutely random, people that were traitors to the country. Today they were friends, tomorrow they disappeared.
In 1937, her father was taken by the secret police and executed just days later. Her mother was imprisoned and would be forever changed. Ruth remembers being harassed by the secret police.
I was actually very frightened. Ruth, how are you? I said, I'm very well. Do the auntie and uncle feed you? I said, do I look starved? I mean, they knew everything, the secret police.
When Germany invaded Russia in 1941, Ruth's aunt took her to Kazakhstan to be reunited with her mother. They eventually travelled west to Poland, but they found their family members had either been killed by the Nazis or had fled the country.
Let me show you. You bring it together. I had to cook from a very young age. My mother had to work. Okay, let me put this like that.
These are her mother's recipes shared with her when they were safe in Paris after the war.
She was a fantastic cook. Baking comes secondary to cooking. The only one that I do well is the cherry tart.
Yeah, all you can do is just like spread them out, just lump them in.
Now we can share the memories.
I try to recreate that's what my mother used to do. I still can smell and remember the taste of it. And I try to do the same, you know.
My childhood was pretty much food from Nana.
She takes over after me. It's my duty to give voice to those who lost it, because people should be aware what ignorance can bring. Respect one another. Everyone has got a right to live.
My philosophy is, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift.